Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining Create with Dee. I'm Dee Slater, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Northeast Indiana. Welcome to my channel and in this week's video. We are going to be making two easy gift card holders. So whether you are looking to do some craft fairs and you want to do some mass producing of some gift cards holders, or if you just want an easy peasy approach to gift cards for one or two or whatever your needs are, this video may be for you. I've got, like I said, it's a two-fer video. I've got one that's a very traditional packaging as far as, you know, a nice little petite one here, and then also something that I'm calling an open face gift card holder. And I'll show you why I think both of them are great for both, whether we use them personally one at a time, or if you want to mass produce them for a craft fair, or maybe you're making them for a group of people. As always, when you come on, if you want to say hi and let me know where you're watching from, I always love to see where around the world people are tuning in from. So as people are getting notices that I'm going live, I'll have a couple of little housekeeping here. One, at the time of the video, Stampin' Up! Has just today and tomorrow left for their joining special. It's the best joining special ever, $35 to join Stampin' Up!, which really means that you can get an everyday discount from it. Or if you want to do a business like I do, a little part-time business, it's something that you can do as well on that. So a couple more days, today and tomorrow, and then that's it. Okay, so again, today what we're going to do is we are going to be making two gift card holders. All right, so both of them super easy. And, I think those are kind of the fun ones to do too. Of course, you can make them more elaborate if you want, but we are going to make it super easy. Both of these, you can use up your 6x6 pattern paper on those. Of course, you can cut down your 12x12 pattern paper, designer series paper as well. But I did want to point out that both of these could help you use up your 6x6 stashes that you have. All right, let me turn the camera around or to get the information on here. So everyone's loving having the screenshot here. And so whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, you can always quickly, on my videos, I'm starting to put these the measurements up here front and center so that you can get your screenshot and go from there. If you're on my newsletter, all of this stuff will be on my email newsletters as well. So if you prefer to get it that way, please make sure that you're on my newsletters, okay? All right, go ahead and get that removed. And let's go ahead and we'll get started on these gift card holders. All right. So the first one that we're going to make here today is this cute, adorable little belly band one. The belly band just holds it together. Very, very traditional gift card holder. Okay, so just like that, and just making it as easy as possible for that. All right, so in order to do that, we are going to need our cardstock, and we're going to be doing this small closed gift card holder. So I'm starting out with a piece of cardstock, this case real red, and it's 6x5 1/4, and we're going to score it on the short side, so the 5 1/4 inch side, at 3/4 inch on each side. So sometimes on our scoring tools, like I've got the Simply Scored, sometimes 3/4 is hard to get to. So if you want to, you can just come, since it's 3/4 on each side, we're actually going to come in at, so you could go, here's 4 1/2 is what 3/4 is. So I'm going to do 4 1/2, and then I'm going to turn it and do 4 1/2. Whoops. I could do like the 3 3/4 and 4 1/2 just as easily. But if you have a hard time over on this side, just come in and do 4 1/4 or 4 1/2 on both sides like you had seen me do there. Okay, so now on the long side, on the 6 inch side, we are going to score at 1 1/4 and at 3 3/4. Okay, so easy scoring, no 8s or anything like that. Let me put that one down off to the side for now. All right, so now what we want to do on here is we are going to get rid of all of the corners. All right, so we're just going to get rid of all of those corners. We can just take our scissors and get those rid of right away. So again, getting rid of the corners. Try your best to go in the center of that score line if you can. So we're just going to get rid of all 4 corners. And one more here. So pretty easy peasy on here. Okay, I've got the 1 1/4 inch score line here up at the top. What we want to do is this is going to be our top that we fold over. So we're going to get rid of some of the bulk here. And so let's go ahead and we're going to, let's cut some wedges to make our tabs. And you can cut a pretty deep angle cut here to make our tabs. They don't have to be even. So I'm just kind of going in a pretty steep angle. Okay. All right. So here's that. All right. So before we put this down, I'm going to round some corners. So I have a retired Stampin' Up! Punch that's a corner rounder. And that's just optional. I just like the look of a rounded corner on these gift cards on the little one. So I'm going to do all four corners. Stampin' Up! Has had corner rounders on and off throughout the years, so you might have some in your stash already. All right, so before we do any folding of this, I'm going to take our designer paper. This one is from the traditional Christmas specialty designer paper. It's not 6x6, but that's why I wanted to say, like, if you've got 6x6 paper, this is perfect for this. But I do have this then trimmed down to 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And before I glue this down, I'm going to go ahead and round the corners as well. This is not my original design. I did find it on YouTube from another creator. That's what's so nice. We all can kind of get inspiration from each other. Okay, so this is something that's a little unusual. Typically, we would section these off, and cut separate, panels for it. But I love this idea. If you look real close, this is all one panel of the pattern paper. And so we are going to glue that all down on here before we do any folding along those score lines. So I'm just going to take some liquid glue and get that on. I know this is kind of goes against everything I've ever done before, but this is what I think makes it easy. Because you just cut the paper once. You don't have to have all of these different measurements. It's just one measurement and one layer. Okay, get that nice and on there. All right, now we can get our bone folder. I'm going to get a nice contact with that. All right, now we can start folding on the score lines. Okay, so that's going to be our top up. These are going to be our flaps down. And then this is going to come up like this. And we are, we are burnishing 2 layers. So go ahead and get it nice and taut. Okay. So there we go. Easy, so easy. I love this for mass producing. Next, I'm going to add a little adhesive here just on the right and left side of the bottom flap for our gift card holder. And let's see, I can go up a little higher. I want to stay at the edge, so I'm going to go all the way to the top here with my glue and fold that up. You could use tear and tape on it as well, but I just like a little bead of glue to hold that down. So while that's, and that's it. That's the pocket. Isn't that easy? Look how pretty that is. So cute and easy. I mean, talk about mass producing. I love it. All right, so for this, we're gonna make a belly band with using the matching cardstock. This is 3/4 by 6, and I'm going to decorate. You could just use a regular cardstock belly band, and that's it. What I'm gonna do though is I'm going to put some, since this has some gold paper in it, and I have plenty of this gold ribbon. This is the Satin Edge gold ribbon from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to use tear and tape to put that down. So I'm just gonna, right in the center of this 6-inch strip of real red cardstock. And that's the matching cardstock to the, the outside part. Put that on, and then let's see if I can use my nails. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am such in need of a manicure. It's not even funny. I think this is the longest I have gone. I hope that my nail technician can get me in today or tomorrow. It's so crazy. I let it go so long. Okay, so just putting that right down the middle. Makes it so easy to use the tear and tape. And I'll go ahead and just cut the overhang off. It's all going to be covered anyways. Okay. Now I'll take our bone folder and I'll just kind of break down the fiber of this a little bit. And then on one of the ends, we'll use our tear and tape again. Normally like to have my take your pick tool to take that off. Okay. So now I'm just going to wrap this around the front and connect it here about in the middle. Want it loose enough so that, they can slide it off. And because I'm mass producing these for my craft fair, I wanted to go as cute and beautiful, but yet simple as possible. So for this one, I use the traditional labels, and I'm using the Just For You. And it's got for the bundle, it's got these really unique dies, and I'm using this oval one here. It's so pretty. It like pokes out all of these fine little dots and then kind of gives a little space on it. It's a really pretty die set on it. So again, our idea is that this is just simple. Whoops. I'm going to go ahead and put this back down. Try not to get my sleeves in there. Get a good contact on it that time. There we go. So real red ink, Just For You. And I'll stamp. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some more tear and tape down here on the center. Over top of ribbon, for this particular thing, I really, like, you could use dimensionals, but I really need it to stay for a long time. And so I'm going to use the tear and tape. Sometimes with dimensionals on fabric, they can pull up. And since, people might be looking at them, I want to make sure that's nice and secure. Okay, get our Just For You on it. And then a little bling never hurts anything. And so I'm using the traditional sequins. And I'm going to get some of these gold ones here. Kind of bring in that gold color. And there we go. So on this particular one, let me get the gift card. I have it in here. Yep. So for this one, it's fancy, but it doesn't scream Christmas. So maybe at a craft fair, this is something that you could have so that if they have a winter birthday or whatever. Sandy said, hi, Sandy. From a pattern you demonstrated. Oh, good. Awesome. Thank you, Sandy. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you. And so then you can tuck in your gift card holder in here and go, oh my gosh, I forgot a step. Okay, so see here, take a bite out of it before you put this in here. We need to take a little bite out of that. I wonder if I can get let me see if I can do that. Post. Okay, before you put the sides up, everybody, like we need to take a little bite out of here. This is so not how to do it. So before you glue up the edges, I've got doesn't matter, whatever punch size that you have. Look at that. That's hilarious. I got it in there. There we go. We want that little punch so that we can see the gift card holder and make it easier for them to take it out. So much easier that way. Goodness. All right. So again, I skipped a whole step there. Make sure that you punch that out. Hey, if you're not on my newsletter, subscribe to it because I'll be having a full recipe on this besides just the instructions. And so that step will be in there so that we don't miss it the next time. Okay. So anyways, that is, that's the first gift card holder. You can get 2 of the gift card holders out of one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock on that. And so then just one piece of 6 by 6 is really all you need for the pattern paper. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you find it easier to do it, to just wrap the designer paper all around it without having to do all of the separate little measurements? I thought that was genius. And it's something that I'll probably, keep in mind for the future. But again, this is my design that I'll do for one of my craft fair gift card holders. And besides the holidays, I found in my craft fairs that, you can do birthdays and all other occasions too. So even though my craft fairs are in the fall of the year, I also want to have a variety of gift card holders for them so that it's just not for Christmas in case they need some for birthdays or other occasions. Okay, that is our first of our easy gift card holders. Okay, so let me know what you think about that one. Our second one that we're going to do, I want to get my gift card back out here. Oh, I already had it up. It's what I'm calling an open front gift card holder. So just as it's like it's not a card that you have to have a pouch in it. It's just an open face gift card holder. You can still decorate. We can still stamp like normal on it. But what I liked about this is that, again, whether you're maybe making them ahead of time or I guess just want to display them, you have your cello bags. Get this in here. Of course, you wouldn't have the gift card in it. But for display purposes, people can see sometimes at craft fairs, if you have a full, like a regular card that has a gift card holder in it, they don't know what it is. You've got to do a bunch of displays. If I just had this like this and had a sample up, they would know instantly what it would be. Same thing as before, besides holidays, would have a variety of different themes for it. But today we are making holiday because it is that time of the year. Again, a super easy instructions on how to do this open face. We're going to start with a piece of cardstock, 7 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2. And then we also need a layering piece for our stamping at 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. Designer paper, 5 1/4 by 4, a strip that's 1 1/4 by 4, and some layering white cardstock layers. Okay, I'm going to get my scoring tool back out. Of course, you can use your scoring blade on your trimmer as well. So again, this is 4 1/4 by 7. we're going to turn it on the long side at the 7-inch side and score it at 5.5. So in essence, when we fold this little bottom part up, we've got our standard card size of 5.5 by 4 1/4. So again, you can get 2 of these out of 1 sheet of cardstock. Okay, all right, this is going to go so fast. And that's, I think, what we're looking for when we're talking mass producing. Okay, so we're going to take our pattern paper. This is from the Elegant Pines designer paper from Stampin' Up. You can find this under the online exclusives on their website and on my Stampin' store. And we're just going to put a beautiful background here on our open face card holder, gift card holder. Then we're going to take another piece. And as you can see here, this is the like the 1 1/4 inch part of this. And so when you're cutting your 6x6s, you can definitely get, take another coordinating pattern and do that with your 6x6s as well. All right, so I am not going to make the same mistake as what I did on the other one. I am going to put the designer paper down and punch my notch out. But we just want to turn up that score line. That's going to create our pocket. And then put our designer paper panel on the front. Alrighty. This is when it's fun that you can mix and match your scraps from your paper as well. All right, then take a circle punch. It doesn't matter what size. I happen to be using a 1 1/2 today. That's what I grabbed. And eyeball the center and punch. All right, now we can glue up the sides. I like using a thin bead of the liquid glue or the 1/8 strip of tear and tape. Okay, put that on and let that kind of get a good contact on that. This tear and tape always is more instant with the with folding up with the liquid glue. Sometimes you have to let it sit just for a little bit. All right, so let's do some quick stamping on this. What do you guys think so far about all of this? Let me know in the comments. So I am going to be using the Delicate Pines stamp set. And some of the reason why I'm choosing the items that I did here too is that some of my previous classes this year had these papers. So if you've taken some of my classes to go, or if you've watched some other of my videos, these are some alternatives that you can use with maybe the leftover papers that you have as well. All right, so I'm going to do some stamping, real basic stamping, but you can have basic stamping but still have it be a wow, I think. So again, I'm using the Delicate Pines, and I've got shaded spruce with one of these snowflake pines. And I'm going to stamp that towards the top of my white cardstock. And this is 3 by 2 1/2. Sometimes it's hard to see if I've got it centered when I'm stamping on here. And then I'm going to take this other layering piece of a pine snowflake. It's the fillers. We're just going to fill it in between the white spaces here, like offset. And this is with Pretty Peacock. So shaded spruce and Pretty Peacock are the colors. I'm going to pull this down just a second so I can do my best to get it centered. Just line her up. Stamp. Kind of show you what that looks like, how pretty that is. And it's nothing, the stamps do all of the work for us. I'm going to take the sentiment from that says Warmest Winter Wishes. That's from that stamp set. And just stamp that towards the bottom. using, oops, I meant to use, stamp this off. I wanted to use Pretty Peacock. And I inked it up with my shaded spruce. Oh no, that was right. I did. I wanted shaded spruce. Yes. No. Pretty Peacock. I was looking at my sample. I'm like, I know that's not right. I want to really pull the Pretty Peacock from the cardstock. I want to focus on that color. Oh goodness. It's so funny to see my mind work sometimes, right? Okay, so get those closed up. And so this is going onto our layering cardstock of Pretty Peacock. And that one again was 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. Just using my liquid glue. Of course, when you're not explaining everything, assembly goes really fast. But with designing this to keep the layers simple, it will go really fast for you. I wanted to keep this nice and flat. And so you could, if you wanted to, pop this up. But I thought with trying to tuck the gift card in there for whoever's going to have this, that it's probably easier if it's flat. And I'm going to put this clear up at the top. On my sample here, I lined the outer edge of the layering cardstock to the top of the designer paper. On this one, I'm actually going to go all the way to the top, just so that we can see a little difference. So I'm going all the way to the top, eyeballing the center. Get that squished straight. Okay. And then just to kind of show, then we've got our gift card in there. So that's how that looks. I'm going to add some gems here. I do want to come back, and on the back side of it, you know, I want to go ahead and decorate just a little bit, knowing that it's going to be, you know, a gift card and holder, and then the back side, they can do their, you know, their writing on it. So I'm just going to repeat the pattern that we did on the front. Shaded spruce for the larger snowflake and Pretty Peacock for the smaller layering one. I tell you what, oh, I have to, while I'm stamping, I have to tell you the story. I went and did my first cookie decorating class last night, and it was fun. I've never done it before. Never used the royal icing and doing like the flooding of it and everything. And it just reminded me that when you go and learn something for the first time, like maybe if you're new to stamping or you're trying a new hobby or craft, that it's not going to be perfect the first time. I can't wait to do it again, just because we made 6 cookies. She had it so well laid out and for us to follow the pattern, but I was looking around and mine were the craziest ones that I could see. But it didn't mean that I didn't have fun. I had so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again, because now I know what not to do. And so, like, if you're new to stamping and things don't turn out right the first time, just keep trying, because practice really does make perfect when we're trying new things. But oh my gosh, I got giggling at how mine looked afterwards. I showed them to my family, and they thought they were gorgeous, and they couldn't believe I did it that well. But they didn't see my neighboring cookie makers or cookie decorators. Theirs were fabulous. All right, so I'm going to use these gems. These are the faceted snowflakes, and they just are that. They're so pretty. And so just like before, a little gems will go a long way. And again, these were like with doing my creative class this month. And I'm gonna put these clear or these sparkly ones on every 4th one. So it's like 1, 2, 3, or that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, get under there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count. And so, you know, adds a little sparkly to it. Hopefully you can see that on camera, trying to catch the light. And then I love the back side of it too. And let's put another one in the middle. I have decided, if you've watched me here this last 6 months, that I am so using up all of these gems. So just load them up. Look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 of them on here. So why not? We're going to be on, we know us, we're going to be on to another dazzling embellishments here in a couple of months. And so just use them up, and then that way we get rid of things in our stash too. All right, so that is our second easy gift card holder. I'm calling it the open face gift card holder that I will be making for my craft fairs. And again, just like on the other one that we did earlier, I will be doing a variety of subject, or, I'll do birthday just because, I love this just for you. That can be for anything, right? That's a good stamp for that. And after my craft fairs, I'll come back and I'll kind of do a video and show, here's what I had, and let you guys know what I thought or what did work well, and what, I might tweak for next year's craft shows. All right, let me turn the camera back around. Get up close and personal with you. Well, thank you so much for joining me on our 2 easy and quick gift card holders. Kind of different looks for whatever need than what you're kind of whatever like you're kind of feeling to make at that time. So I hope that you really enjoy it and give it a try. And also, if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I have the links below for signing up for my newsletter, where you get weekly updates from me, and get news about Stampin' Up! In my classes and things like that. Would love to have you on that if you'd like. And also, if you're in Northeast Indiana and want to get notifications of my card classes that I do here in person, please sign up for my local card classes as well. All right. I'm reading the comments now. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Perfect place for Christmas greeting. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, everybody, you have a great week, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.